What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Scoop, and today we're unboxing 7,000 mealworms and 500 waxworms. Shout out to Rainbow Mealworms, and I'm going to show you my feeding regimen. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I already basically broke down the box. Again, a big shout out to Rainbow Mealworms. I'm going to take you through what the packaging, what the mealworms look like in their packaging, and I'm going to show you how I break them down into different tubs. And then we're gonna get into the feedings and stuff. So first is this big old bag of 2,000 extra large mealworms. Big old bag. I asked for no frass or no meal to come in with the worms. It's just easier to separate them and then also feed off a lot of these in the moment. That there for now. Then we got this big old heavy bag. This is 5,000 large mealworms. Yeah, so again, same thing, just paper, newspaper, and no meal. So it's easy to get to the mealworms. On to the last thing. We got these two tubs right here. If I can't really see the screen. Let me see. Got these two tubs right here. Don't worry, nothing fell out. Of waxworms. 250 in each one. So 500 total. Let me get back in the camera. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and grab a bin and get these guys separated. The easiest way to do it is basically get a big bin or bucket, because the mealworms can fall and go all over the place if you don't. And then dump them into a larger bucket, or keep them over the bucket while you're dumping them in, so you don't get any mealworms all over your house and stuff. But other than that, I'm gonna come back to you when I got the mealworms separated. Let's get it. Okay, y'all, so I got 5,000 mealworms, the large, separated half and half, and we got the extra large in a different tub. And before we get to feeding these to our animals, what we want to do is gut load them. So we're going to use Repashy Superfood Morning Wood. no pun intended. Goodness. But yeah, this is what we're going to use, y'all. Okay, y'all. So I have to talk a little loud while this water cools down or stops boiling. But you want to boil you some water, and you want 1 parts powder, 2 parts water. And that will make a beef jerky, almost gel type consistency. So what I like to do is just fill the bottom of a container. Doesn't matter what size container, just make sure you double the water compared to the powder. So I like to fill the bottom. Try to save me a little so I don't gotta make another trip to get some. But then we're just gonna pour some water in. Remember, 2 parts of water, so double of what you got. Okay, I like to let it sit for a couple seconds, and then I start stirring it in. You want to stir that powder up. The powder's gonna like clump up and stuff like that. But I'll get back to you after you're done stirring. Stir it for like 2-3 minutes, and they'll start to harden up, and then let it sit. In about 30 minutes, I'll be back with y'all after we get, after we get this done. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. I took a toothpick and ran through sections, basically slicing the gel into little sections. What you want to do is throw this into your mealworm colonies and make sure that your mealworms are nice and fat before you feed your geckos. Okay, y'all. So what we're going to get into now is mix our calciums. I got some Repticalcium with D3, and then I love the Wild Recreation brand. I got some Earth Pro A and some Calcium Pro. I basically mix them all into one dish, and then I use a little scooper and scoop into each food dish, like 1.5 scoops or 1 scoop, and then I add my mealworms. But you can also, a good method that you can do is just add your calciums and then add your mealworms into there. Just mix them around, and then now you got some coated mealworms ready for your geckos. So yeah, let's get into it. This one's Calcium Pro. I don't really check the measurements because it's all going to get mixed up and then portioned out to each gecko anyways. Mix that up. Remove these tubs real quick. And as you can see, I have a little array of dishes already out, ready for some geckos. Little monster stuff on there. But basically, before I go through feeding geckos, I make sure I wash all my dishes and I wash all my food dishes and water dishes. I like to use these smaller tubs or smaller cups for water dishes. Then I like to use these for food dishes, etc. Got a couple extra water dishes over here. But let me show y'all what my next step is. Get that out the way. So what I like to do is come with my mixture and grab like a 1/2 scoop and place it in each food dish. So just a 1/2 scoop, pretty simple. And then we'll come through, drop some mealworms in each dish, and then I'll show you some feeding of some of the animals. But really, it's a pretty simple process. We're also going to put some waxworms in for the breeding leopard geckos, the females, because it keeps them nice and fat, gives them that extra food. And my dragon's like, yo, help me. Okay, y'all, so this is a male black knight, 50% black knight, 50% shrimper albino. Shout out to the golden gecko. Got him from her. But I just like to come in, put some water. I don't like to fill those water dishes all the way up. We'll put some water in there. Then we'll just come on through with some food. He had some parasites, but my really good friend Dallas actually came through and helped me deworm him and a few others. He reacted to the parasite worming really well, so he's already eaten again. But yeah, shout out to you, Dallas. You rock. I'm gonna go through a few more, show y'all a few more. Here goes my boy Bosco, one of my males. Halloween mask, white and yellow. He totally destroyed his cage. Let me get that from you. Oops. Give him some water. It's got him some mealworms in there. All right, my boy.